G'day guys, welcome back to JDB Selects. Coming back at you again today with another match breakdown, this time for the round 5 clash between the 8th place South Sydney Rabbitohs and the 9th place Melbourne Storm at Accor Stadium in Sydney. Kicking things off as always with a season snapshot. South Sydney are 2-2 to start the season, with wins over Cronulla in round 1 and Manly in round 4, and then losses to both the Panthers and Roosters in rounds 2 and 3. Both of South Sydney's losses this year have been by slim margins, losing by 6 to the Panthers and 2 to the Roosters, so it's not like they've been blown away. Following their game with Melbourne on Friday, they then faced the Dogs, Dolphins and Panthers in their next 3, as well as games against Brisbane, the Storm and Tigers in the not too distant future. And as for Melbourne, they have also started the season 2-2, dropping both round 2 and 3 games, very similar to the Rabbitohs. They got past Parramatta and Golden Point in round 1, and then obviously beat the abysmal Tigers last week. Following their game with South Sydney this weekend, they will then face the Roosters, Sea Eagles and Warriors before finally getting to enjoy their first bye of the season in round 9. They then have a relatively short stint between their first and second bye, taking on Souths again, as well as the Broncos and Dolphins before enjoying the bye in round 14. Looking at their recent meetings, South Sydney were able to secure just their 6th ever win against the Storm. That was back in round 19 of last year, running in 5 tries to 2 in a 24 to 12 point victory. It was fairly even through the first half, with South Sydney going to the break with a slim 4-point lead, but 4 tries within the space of 10 minutes after half time helped Souths pull away, and they managed to maintain that lead despite a late try from Dean Eremia. Cody Nikorima was also sent off in that match, however he wasn't sent off until the 79th minute, so it made no impact on the contest. The Storm were also without Ryan Papenhuyzen in this one, so they did have Nick Meaney at fullback, and while both sides completed in the mid to high 70%, there was nothing really between the two sides except for that short blitz of tries for South Sydney. Moving to the teams list for this one, good news for South Sydney fans as Hame Saleh has returned from his mandatory 11-day stand down following a concussion and will come off the bench. This is great news for South Sydney as they have had a handful of injuries to key forwards so far this season, so I have no doubt Saleh will make a big impact coming off the bench. Alex Johnson was also slightly in doubt for this one after suffering a cork to his thigh against the Sea Eagles, but he has been named and should be all good to go. And as for Melbourne, they too have been struggling with injuries so far this season. However, they have only made one change to the team that beat the West Tigers last week, with Tom Eisenhuth joining the bench after being 18th man last week. He takes the place of Tyron Risher, who has been dropped to reserves, while the number 7 Jerome Hughes is still a week away from returning from his suspension, so youngster Jordan Peets retains his number 7 jersey. Obviously, Melbourne have gone through a significant change in their forward pack this season, however the likes of King and Liero have looked good in stages. I have no doubt that they will continue to improve under the guidance of Welsh and Bellamy, and it would be great to see Katoa clean up his ball handling skills. He's obviously brought that to the Storm from the Warriors, so if he can get that under control, he too could be a serious threat in this Melbourne Storm side. Now, as always, we do finish these match breakdowns with a key player matchup. For me in this one, I am going to go with the hookers in Damien Cook and Harry Grant. Obviously, both sides have some serious X-factor across the park. However, I thought it was only fair that I give these workhorses their time in the spotlight. Starting first with Damien Cook. At 31 years of age, Damien Cook is showing no signs of slowing down. He is currently leading the NRL in touches of the footy with 483. He's made 199 tackles so far this season and has a tackle efficiency of well over 95%. He is yet to record a line break assist, however does have 1 try assist. Cookie is obviously lightning quick off the back of a fast play the ball, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he brings to the South Sydney side. And on the other side of the coin, you do have Harry Grant, who has been outstanding to start this 2023 season. Just 57 games into his NRL career, the 25-year-old is one of the best hookers in the competition. He's managed to cross the stripe once so far this year. He's had his hand in 4 try assists, 3 line break assists, and has made almost the same amount of tackles as Damien Cook with 197. Grant has had to step up more than usual given the amount of injuries the Storm have had to their outside backs. Obviously, Papenhuyzen has missed a lot of games due to that knee reconstruction surgery. Munster missed a few games already, and now Jerome Hughes is out for 2. So Grant has had to be that X-factor player, and he has been. It's that classic matchup between the wily veteran and the young up-and-coming star. Couple that together with the New South Wales vs Queensland storyline, you've got a great matchup between the two hookers this weekend. Thanks as always for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, get involved in the comments down below, maybe even check out my round 5 tips. Either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.